Welcome to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. Today, let's talk about peer pressure and accountability. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. My name is Kale Houser. Thank you for joining me today. I super appreciate it. I hope you're finding this podcast beneficial to you. If it is, please make sure that your brothers, sisters, moms, dads, uncles, cousins, sons, daughters, all of those types of people that you have influence over are aware of it and you recommend it, especially if you found an episode particularly helpful to their situations. Shoot it over to them so they can have benefit as well. And if that is the case, please let me know. Leave a comment. And encouragement is always appreciated, as well as constructive criticism. A little bit more than just you suck, but maybe your intro sucks or your content sucks, whatever it is maybe, or you're just absolutely most amazing person ever, Kale. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for saying so. Today, I was thinking about this concept of peer pressure, but then also as related to that, accountability. So my wife and I, coming back from Funnel Hacking Live, we joined the 2 Comma Club X program. And as part of that they rolled out, I don't know if it's new for this year, but we hadn't experienced it before when we were previously in this program, is they started this, it's called their Big Domino Accountability Call. And at first I'm like, oh man, I don't have to do this accountability call every day. Like it's just taking time out of my day and right? Making all these excuses. Cause that's my go-to is I make all these excuses of why I don't want to do something or why I shouldn't be doing something or all these things that I could be doing when in fact I don't do those things anyway. So I'm like, no, I have to sign up for this. Like this is, by really smart people that I believe in are recommending that I do this. Obviously it's not required. So I'm going to do it. So I sign up for my slot, it's at 9:30 in the morning, my time, every day, Monday through Friday. And it's this group of small people. We have anywhere between, 8 to like 15 people get on. It's led by one facilitator guy that comes in, and you just cover, I guess, 4 things. What's your big personal goal or thing that you're working on today? As well as, so as the days go on, did you meet that the previous day or, did you have some sort of win, like some personal thing? Did you build your list as far as your business goes? And some people aren't at that point yet. And they're like, nope, I'm not building my list right now. But basically how have you grown your list, your email list for your business? And then what's the one big domino that you're working on for your business that you need to knock down today, right? And if you haven't heard this concept of big domino, I did talk about it in previous episodes, but the whole point of it being is, you've got this plan of action, you've got this thing you want to achieve, but there's the one thing, if you could knock that one domino down, right, it creates this ripple effect, and then a whole bunch of other things get knocked down for it. It's kind of the concept of instead of going to the end of the domino train and knocking down one and moving backwards, you come to the beginning, you knock that one big, and then it knocks everything down. So that's kind of the thought process behind it. So I joined this call and you answer these questions. So it's real quick. Each person is, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and you're in and out of this call. And at first I was honestly a little bit skeptical. I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. Trust the process. These are the mentors that I've paid to be, exposed to, and I'm going to do what they say. Because that's what you should be doing with people that you allow to be your mentors, that with people that you pay to be coaches or consultants. You should do what they say. Certainly grain of salt, of course, right? But if it has to do with that thing you hired them for, you should probably do what they say, or at least strongly consider it if you're not going to do exactly what they say. But I digress. So this big domino call, and every day we get on it. And I found after about a week, 2 weeks, I'm like, man, I'm really looking forward to this call. Not only because you get to hear other people's wins and other people, and because some people are honest. They're like, man, I had a horrible day yesterday. I didn't get to anything I wanted to, but this is what I'm going to do to correct course and da-da-da-da-da. Or other people are like, I've been working so hard on my business. I need a personal day. So I don't have any business dominoes to knock down today. I'm focusing solely on, I'm taking my daughter out to dinner tonight, or, whatever the case may be. It's really good to be in that our little tiny, 10 to 15 member community that we get to share these wins and share these experiences. But then I found this additional benefit is it's an accountability call. There is something to be said, and this is, peer pressure equals accountability. There's something to be said when you have to speak in front of other people that, are start slowly getting to know you. It's not like we're inviting each other to our birthday parties or anything like that, but we see each other Monday through Friday for, our 10 to 20 minutes every morning, and we start to, understand and get to know each other a little bit. There's something to be said of that peer pressure of, I don't want to show up the next day not having done what I said I was going to do yesterday. And it's that accountability piece of it. Because I've had a couple times where I've said, yes, my big domino is this, and da-da-da-da-da. And then as the day goes on, things happen and I get distracted or other things come up and I have to say the next morning, like, yes, I know yesterday I said this was my big domino. Either I didn't get a chance to do it or something else came up, and it kind of has that little bit of, self-guilt. Not that anyone there is judging me. They're like, oh, okay, well, you suck. You didn't get to the, you're a liar. No, nothing like that. But it's that accountability piece. And I want to 100% encourage you, if you do not have somebody, whether it be a men's group, a women's group, a Bible study, someone that is interested in the same things you are, going the same direction you are, right? Don't expect accountability for your business in your water aerobics class, right? It's a disconnect. You'd get accountability for working out and things and eating better because that's related to your water aerobics class. But business, you need to get yourself around other like-minded business people. And maybe the start is going down to a big Chamber of Commerce event because business people go there. Maybe it's joining your local BNI chapter or any other networking type of group that is focused around businesses in your community, because those people are interested in business and growing their business. And by virtue of just that, they will want to help you grow your business and hold you accountable. Now, I'm not saying this is the first process you walk up to some stranger like, oh, you're a businessman too, me too. All right, let's hold each other accountable. Like, no, it's not generally how it works. You need to form a relationship first, blah, 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 blah. But then it got me thinking about this concept of peer pressure as I was going through this value of having somebody to hold myself accountable to and somebody to hold me accountable to. If nothing else, in the form of I have to speak out loud that I either did or didn't do a thing. Because on the days where I get to report back, like, yeah, yesterday my domino was this and we absolutely did it, and now I can move on to this, next new domino. Like, it feels good to be able to report, like, yes, I did something, because that group as a whole, we're there to hold each other accountable in the form of encouragement, in the form of just listening. Again, not that anyone's sitting there going, okay, that's a $50 fine because you didn't get that done yesterday. Nothing like that. And it doesn't have to be that. There's something absolutely to be said for that level of peer pressure, because it is a form of peer pressure, a good form, a really good form. I don't want to show up to this group of other professionals, some that are ahead of me, some that are, similar to me in business, and some that are behind me in business, not as experienced. I don't want to show up to them and say, yeah, I didn't do this. Yeah, I know I could have done this, but I chose to goof off and watch YouTube all day. Like, hey, I told you I was going to create and film these videos and do this ad or get these podcasts posted, but yeah, I decided to, goof off just because I sat at my computer and got distracted by YouTube, right? Is that level of peer pressure, which is the biggest part of the accountability, at least for me. This is what is kind of driving me that little bit, because I don't want to be embarrassed in front of these people. I don't want to be seen as a slacker. I don't want to be seen as somebody that's not serious, because I think I am serious. I'm declaring that I am serious about building Kale Houser leadership. So peer pressure is not necessarily a bad thing. Everything we hear about peer pressure, the pressure we receive from people that we consider our peers, is a negative connotation, because it's typically applied to like high schoolers or young college people, or that negative peer pressure to smoke or drink or blah 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 blah, whatever bad habit. But in the business sense, you should be putting yourself around people that will give you that peer pressure in the form of, hey, did you get accomplished that big thing you needed to get done in your business? Did you write that ad? Did you hire that person? Did you fire that person that you needed to? Did you spend that money invested in the thing your business needs to grow? Did you trim the fat where you said it needed to? You're wasting your time. Once you get that level of peer pressure in the positive sense from your peers, then that accountability takes control, and then you really start moving. Then you really start holding yourself accountable, and then as you get these small wins and successes, this snowball effect happens, and all of a sudden, boom, massive success. And that's what we're hoping for. Not what we're hoping for, that's what we're going for. So, not all peer pressure is bad. Put yourself in the right room around the right people that can provide the right peer pressure for you to hold you accountable. If you need help doing that, absolutely hit VIPLeadershipMastermind.com and we can help you do that. If nothing else, hit KaleHouserLeadership.com. Get the top 10 interview questions you need to 10x your hiring process. And that will help you out tremendously, especially if you're in the position right now that you are trying to hire people, as a lot of businesses are. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. No matter where you're at in the world, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.